So far we've set up a basic web page, but I said we were going to make a website. Let's create a second page and then link them together. Now we want to retain some of the things from our previous page, so we're going to copy and paste a few things over. Here we just have a basic page, but let's switch back to the page that we were just working on, and we're going to copy the page header, the navigation, and the break. So let's copy that, and we'll just paste it in right here. This page is going to be a table of facts. Let's make a headline to label our table. So we'll just skip down here, and we'll create an H2, and we'll type dog versus fox, and close it. Now we need to actually create a table. To do that, we're going to learn lots of new tags that all relate back to building the table. First up, unsurprisingly, is the table tag. So let's just go ahead and type that out. So we'll open the table and close it. And this tag is just a container for the rest of the structure of the table. We'll come back to this tag later. Next, we're going to create a header for our table. So inside we'll just type thead and we'll close it. Again, the table header tags are just container tags for the contents of the table header. Next, we'll make our first row in our table. This row will contain the column headers. So we'll open up the thead and create a table row and close the table row. And now that we have our table row tags, we can finally make the header cells for our columns. So we'll go ahead and open up the table row, and we'll type in our first header cell using the th tag. We'll call it dog, and we'll close it. And we'll open the next header cell, and we'll call it fox, and close it. Our table will be 2 columns wide with 1 row for column headers and 3 rows for the content. Similar to the thead tag, we need to add in the tbody tag. This is just a container for the contents of the body of the table. So we'll skip down past the thead and we'll open the tbody tag and we'll just close it. Next, we'll make our first row of content with the table row tag again. And then we need to fill it in with 2 regular table cells, which are different from header cells. Regular table cells use the td tag. So we'll just type td, and we'll say that the dog is lazy in the first column. And in the second column, for the fox, we'll say that the fox is active. Now let's copy and paste this row and just change the content. So we'll go ahead and select this row and copy it, and we'll paste it 2 times. And in the second row of content, we'll say that the dog is slow and that the fox is quick, and then we'll just say that the dog is blue and that the fox is brown. Now, when we switch over to the browser, we're just going to change our URL here to table.html. And you can see that we have a basic page with a table right here. The table cells are spaced pretty close together and they lack any kind of definition. Let's add some attributes to our table tag so that we can space the cells out and add a border. So I'll just switch back to the text editor and scroll up to the top here where the table tag is, and we'll add a border attribute with a value of 2. We'll give it some cell padding of 10, and we'll give it some cell spacing of 1. And when we switch back to the browser and refresh, you can see that our table now has a border and some spacing between the cells. Now we're finally ready to link our pages together. To do this, we're going to use the anchor tag. To link text to another web page, you simply wrap text in an anchor tag and give it an attribute that says where you want the link to point to. So let's link up our navigation. So right in front of home here, we'll create an anchor tag and we'll give it an href of index.html and close it. And then we'll go ahead and close the anchor tag, just like that. And then in front of table of facts, we'll do the same thing and link it to table.html and just close the anchor tag right there. The href attribute I used takes the path to the web page that you want to link to. In this case, I've titled my home page index.html and the table page as table.html. In order for this navigation to be consistent across both web pages, I need to copy my work here and paste it into the other page. So let's just go ahead and copy the list items and go over to index.html and paste them just like that. Now when we switch back to the browser and refresh, you can see that I can click between the two pages and jump between them using the navigation that we created. Creating websites is probably easier than you thought, but as you may have guessed, there's a lot more to learn.